Welcome to the STEVO TV podcast. With me, I have Nick, Ellie, and Isaac. Introduce yourselves.
What's up? I'm Nick.
Hi, I'm Ellie.
What's up? I'm Isaac.
For our first episode, we're going to break down a little of 2020. We're gonna. There's a lot of things that happened. I don't think people have fully processed and really taken into consideration that's actually happened. A lot of people may have forgotten it or for whatever reason just didn't know that it happened. So the first topic is the second most important figure of the Iranian government got assassinated by somebody of U.S. hands. What do you guys think?
I love him. First off, it's Iranian government. Just don't get that out the way before we go into this. And Nick, what's your opinion on that?
What's my opinion on that?
Yeah.
That was the first event of the year, so there were I read up a little bit of it on the time, but I haven't kept up with it. I don't know how that turned out. I got distracted with the rest of the year in my own personal business.
Yeah, they threatened to blow us up, and then World War III was trending on Twitter, and then we made it a meme very quickly. So
that's how we cope with trauma.
That was just kind of like the cherry on top of 2020's disaster.
That was the start of it.
No, the cherry on top was MF Doom dying, and them letting us know the last day of 2020. That was
ruin our year. I was finally I thought it was gonna end happily, and he died on Halloween.
All right, we're getting off topic. We're gonna go to the next topic.
Food.
Mad villainy.
Trump's first impeachment inquiry also happened in January.
I feel like it was interesting that
first time.
Trump being in a peach was really something I didn't expect to happen. James and the Giant Peach was something I really enjoyed as a child. I enjoyed watching that. I didn't expect to have Trump in a peach.
Try to take it somewhat serious.
No, sir, not impeach. Impeach, like he's
corny.
From his presidential duties, sir.
He wasn't even fired from his presidential duties. They were just trying to, restrict him because
he did
things that they did not like.
He has been involved in scandals like that would bury every other president in history, and he's done it again and again and again. Not saying anything about it, it's just that is impressive personally. Like the fact that you can do that many awful things politically
and just
get impeached like twice and just keep going.
Only president to be impeached twice.
Like, didn't he just get impeached again? I haven't read it.
Yeah,
he got impeached again.
Man, he was out there stunting on us.
Next,
and Nancy Pelosi has an impeachment dress.
Next
she wore the same dress to both the impeachments. She's got an impeachment dress.
She wants to look nice.
She has an outfit.
She got the fit.
All right, guys. Next topic: moving worldwide. Locusts start invading Africa.
Locusts?
The locust.
Bro, that is wild. That is terrifying. Yo, imagine just be chilling.
Plague of locusts.
It's just the 10 plagues.
Imagine just chilling in your crib.
It's the 10 plagues, but in America.
Right.
Well, not America. This one's in Africa, but just the world itself.
Imagine chilling in your crib. Imagine chilling in your crib. Y'all got some problems eating.
Chilling, hanging out, and then suddenly,
and all of a sudden you hear outside. You look out the window, you just see a bunch of flying giant grasshoppers.
That does not sound like a good day.
Coming towards your city? Nah.
Someone needs to someone needs to pray to whatever God you believe in.
You look outside your window, and they're just destroying your crops that you worked so hard for.
That's the biggest L that is possible to take.
Yeah, no, that's not the vibe.
And then if you go out there, they're gonna eat you too.
Man, Moses is all sorts of.
I'm staying in bed.
Locusts be scary though.
On to another thing. Corona starts breaking out in 25 different countries, but most of them are in Asia at this point.
Dog, there was a bat in my house the other day.
Bro, there's a bat. I swear to God, there's a bat in the house.
We were just chilling in the kitchen looking, and he looked behind me in the bathroom.
Bat. And then we didn't even think about it. And then Jackson, without missing a beat, was like, "No, be careful. You guys are gonna catch Corona." And we're like, "Man." But nah, I don't know. The Corona thing, man, it was
insane that it just all happened so fast. Like everyone knew it was gonna happen,
man.
But no one was ready for it.
My grandma was like, "I knew about it. I knew. I told you I was prepared." I'm like,
the conspiracy of the 20s and diseases, like 1920 Spanish flu, 1820 Black Plague.
Exactly. Now it's 2021, so it just stopped.
I personally remember.
Obviously,
it's just over. 2021.
Around that time, we were like, "Oh, it's not gonna spread to the U.S. We're not gonna get any."
It's not gonna be that bad.
It's not like we get almost everything imported from every country that's teeming with Corona.
Yeah, it was out there disrespecting us, dropping albums too, because it got in the way of us being able to record music. Whack.
It's inconvenient, yeah.
People, it ruins artist shows and stuff like it.
Yeah, man, I ain't never been to a concert.
I'd like to point out, by the way, we were all talking about a virus that killed like a lot of people, and we're just talking about the minor inconveniences of it.
Man,
Like, yeah,
no,
man, you know, the Corona sucked. I couldn't go to that concert, couldn't hop in the
hang out with the
studio,
homies,
record,
you know?
like,
You know, 2 million people died. You know,
it canceled track. That ruined my whole year. That was the worst part of the year for me. That was my lowest low.
And you realize we're probably not gonna have either prom, right? Like
I
both
wasn't gonna
proms
go
are
anywhere. That's a lot of
Prom's
money.
irrelevant.
I don't have that kind of money. I don't have like Norik's prom money so that we can chill in the lunchroom.
Nah, Jess told me I was gonna have to wear a tux, and I was like, you miss me with that.
I'm not going to my own
I was
wedding.
gonna have to wear a
if I
tux for our
Even if
wedding,
you don't
and I was
go,
like, no, I'm
it's
wearing a
an
sweatsuit. Get out of my face. She's like, if I'm wearing a
Prom
dress.
is one night of the year
I will
that your
sneak into
parents will
prom.
believe that you are at a school function all night. Who wants to miss that? Are you guys crazy?
Sounded a little,
My mom thinks
delinquency, huh?
What about the curfews and stuff that happened? What happened with y'all when y'all heard about the curfews?
We
and
didn't
how-
remember the
Oh no, there were
curfews?
curfews. Yeah, there were curfews, and I didn't abide because the time of day is not gonna regulate when COVID gets me. Like that's not how that
COVID
works.
comes out at night. Everyone knows it.
COVID comes out after midnight.
I think it was about limiting like the amount of time people can interact without trying to completely impede their daily activities. But either way, it was still a weird way to go about it. And like, I never go out at night anyway, unless I'm hanging out with him, and then I go for walks. But it's just us two. And really, all it did was make our walks a little bit more convenient because we didn't have to be rude and avoid other people. They would just avoid us.
Yeah.
I just never left my house.
Like
you
when
know?
we were going on a walk with Zay and we're like, you go rap battle the first person you see, and he like starts walking up to this woman.
There's this small little white lady just walking, minding her own business, and all you see
Is Zay's blind self.
It's me, James, Nick, and Zay all walking towards her, and then Zay's blind self starts like
Speeding up.
sprinting towards her. She goes across the street, and he keeps running. And we're like, no, stop.
He runs into a fence. He's like, I don't know why she didn't like stay there.
He really did.
Like, dude, she thought she was gonna get like jumped and murdered. You gotta understand.
Well, on to the next topic. Australia also starts burning this month.
Australia was
Hey,
on fire.
Bushfires. Yeah.
Remember when Australia was on fire and everybody
Because they
just
was
stopped
playing my
living?
mixtape, man. You just gotta chill. They was playing that new STEVO and KBY. I'm just
corny.
saying.
You're corny. You're talking like you rap like.
A lot of animals died, so that was sad.
Everyone was
1
upset about
billion
the
animals
koalas.
died.
Yeah, it was,
The
it was really the
koalas.
animals. It was really
They
the
hurt the
animals.
koalas.
Like, yo, let all the people you want die, but the animals, let them live.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking
Oh my
about
god, I'm a
here.
But
sociopath.
on that,
Oh my
Join
god.
the club.
No.
hey, on a brighter note though, the heaviest rainfall, one of the heaviest rainfalls ever recorded in Australian history came through to douse about 30 bushfires.
See now,
First off,
not to be
that-
religious or anything,
Mother
that's an act
Nature
of
came
God.
through.
That is God.
That's
Mother
an act of
Nature
God.
came through.
Like we were talking about yesterday.
No,
like,
let's not mention that. No.
Like, are we talking about how sudden infant death syndrome? You know, when babies, you know, when they just die randomly, you know, with like no rhyme or reason. Like, there's literally like no medical reason why they should have died. That's just God. You were.
I'm not even religious.
Right,
but,
I'm
like,
not religious, but that's just God. Because you were gonna do something that was wrong, and God was like, "Hold on, we need to checkmate." Like,
It's like I let that one baby slide, and then
then all of a sudden Hitler's out here.
You
You know,
telling me he decided to stop that, but not the Holocaust?
That's what we're saying.
That's
That's
the-
the
that
reason.
was the one baby he let slide was Hitler. You know, and he's like,
How
you
many
know,
cases of
he said,
SIDS existed before World War II? Look it up, Steve.
Look it up. I want the facts. I'm just saying.
Alright, next topic
That's
though.
horrifying.
Next topic though.
Ellie.
No, there's not
Unfortunately, Kobe
You don't
passes
have to go
away
about
at
this.
this time also.
Yeah, all right. So Kobe stuff, but you know what's irritating is, all right. So I have been a lifelong like fan of the Lakers. Like it has been my favorite basketball team for a very long time. Everybody was calling me bandwagon because of when LeBron went,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, I don't like LeBron. I was here for Kobe, and I stayed even though Kobe left, and then
There's
he died, and I
there's
was like,
conspiracies
man.
saying that LeBron somehow sacrificed Kobe to ensure the win of the championship that year.
Well,
No,
man,
no,
Eminem sacrificed proof to get famous. You know,
No,
he
man,
was famous
that
when Proof
champion.
died.
First off, the basketball
Well, we
like
love that.
championships of that year, no one was pushing other than the Lakers because LeBron is a tryhard. No one else was pushing because of COVID,
Yeah.
so there was no competition. Really. They were bound to win that. So I don't want to. We're not gonna throw Kobe and his daughter and the other passengers of that helicopter crash under the bus for a stupid conspiracy theory about LeBron
Yeah.
trying to win a stupid championship. That don't matter.
Hey, another thing that happened was Trump's creates the Middle East plan, and the result of that
Oh,
plan
yeah,
causes
remember that?
protests
No.
within the Middle East.
There was a middle.
The
East.
Israel one.
We were-
The Israel one, where Trump was all
No, I did not read into this.
No, we missed this one. What was it?
Usually we're on top of anything that has to do with that, but no, we missed this.
Trump was being buddies with Israel. He wanted to be their new best friend.
Oh, that's not
BFF,
surprising.
Yeah, he's making
That's
an
not surprising. Every president has been.
He was making an alliance with some of them and then trying to restrict a few others, and they didn't take that well, and they tried to rebel against it.
Okay, such is life. I mean, I think we need to stay out of foreign relations anyways, so it was dumb.
Hot take.
Hot take, we need to stop meddling in other countries' business.
Ladies.
Worry about ourselves.
Spicy.
Another thing, the last thing about January, it was the hottest ever recorded January of history. The world was the hottest hottest January ever.
The world has just decided
I was
to
dropping music.
boil
Just
us.
saying, man.
The world has just decided to boil us alive. We're all useless. So,
All right.
I mean,
Because we're getting close to a summer solstice, which is where the sun is starting to flare up very intensely.
I mean,
not
there-
summer
there-
solstice, sun flare or something like that.
Pole reversal. I don't know what you're referring to. There are a lot of
You know what I'm
cosmological
talking
events
about? It's
theoretically
what's
about that.
leading. It's leading to the world getting
Summer
hotter.
solstice
And
happens
then,
frequently.
yeah, no, it's not what I meant.
it's gonna be
Grand
the
solar
age
minimum?
of Taurus.
Yes, grand solar minimum.
everybody.
You're talking
It's
about the grand solar
the
minimum.
sun is going to it's flaring up and it's getting very very hot and then it's going to
Like the number of sunspots, I think, are also at a minimum for recording.
and then it's going to increase.
Additionally, carbon
lot, and the world's
emissions
gonna get
and
really
greenhouse
cold for a
gases. There's a lot of things that could have led to a hot January day.
A lot of people have a misconception that the coronavirus declaration started in March, but it was actually in January when it was declared a world health emergency.
Yeah,
That is
but, like,
all sorts of
still-
fascinating.
Wow.
Wow, wow. Didn't affect us in America till March though, so
Yeah.
I don't know how it affected people around the world. You know,
What I find
very
funny is then it got revealed that the economy was doing garbage, and a bunch of like really heavy right wingers like, "Ha, we told you," when they didn't actually read the paper, they just read the title where it's like, "Yeah, our economy sucks right now," and they're like, "Ha, I told you it's COVID." When if you actually like go in and look at the numbers, we were like going downward before COVID. We were just falling apart. It had nothing to do with the virus. Now, virus didn't help. Our economy is definitely suffering from that, but we were already on a downhill. We were already about to enter that recession. So that like 10-year thing happens all the time. And then a virus decided to come through, and everyone tried to blame it.
yeah, you
just
know, when
on
you
that.
put as many
That's just
limitations
how-
as our country puts on business, it's hard to not
On
have a
on
recession
small
and our economy
businesses.
to not regulate itself, and it's going to fall apart every time because, you know, with all the limitations we put on smaller businesses, it's hard to actually build an economy.
Guys, we are over 10 minutes. 10 minutes was required for the first episode of the podcast.
I thought we were about to talk for like a solid hour, Steve-O.
Yeah.
We can't stop
Yeah.
now. You're not
Stop
through
now, we
2020 yet. You're still in
We're
like
not
January,
going,
aren't you?
but it's-
Nah, you're in
How about this
January.
episode?
That was what was
January.
required,
The
though.
assignment is
Go
10
above
minutes,
and beyond.
please.
Are you just gonna do what you're required?
Exactly, go above and beyond.
If you only ever did what you required, Steve-O, you wouldn't be rapping.
overachiever, my guy. You know,
Well-
you got this, alright?
Well,
you live that life.
Well, over next.
Wait,
going
can we
on-
like can we like talk more though? Like, since you can cut this stuff technically, right? Can we be a little bit more free with the tongue?
Yeah, I was about to say we could just keep going, or we just talk
And you only insert the 10 minutes that are allowed.
yeah.
And then
So
the rest you can put
just,
online.
You know,
Uh-huh.
You
you
sure
know,
about that?
just
Yeah.